But are there different types of throws that require different
Oh yeah,
torque and speed and
yeah,
whatever?
yeah, absolutely. There's some check downs that just try and softly put it in the back's hands. Especially sometimes backs in crossing routes, they can't see the ball, coming out of your hand, and then you don't want to surprise them with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball,
Sure.
and then it bounces up and things like that. So yeah, there's different throws, especially on the perimeter. There's a time when guys are driving it, you're gonna have to drill it. But if it's kind of open, you can just put a softball out there, and let it easy catch for them. But yeah, it's something that you do naturally now. I honestly I don't think about it, but I know that they like it.
Yeah.
So if they like it, I like it. So
Derek, I know you can't give away the store, but what has allowed your production and the offense's production to jump in the second half?
we make good corrections. You hate. I hate saying it because you want to play well. You want to be so on it like we have been the last two second halves all the time. But we've made good corrections and, just self-critiquing at halftime, like, golly, a little rusty on some things and, making a dumb decision there, a bad throw there. It's like, guys, we're going to get it corrected. I'm going to do this. You guys do this, and we'll do that. It sounds like somebody. They like the corrections, too. Yeah, me too. For me, there was a moment with the receivers. We made a little correction at halftime, and boom, we go in the second half, and those 3 or 4 plays were big plays for us. Boom, 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 and hopefully we're getting to the point now where we can just come out and start fast. Big emphasis on starting fast and practice early in the week. Getting your body back, and you want to start fast early in the week and finish strong. So we had a great day today. Hopefully that leads to us starting faster and more efficiently as an offense. But our coaches and the players have made great adjustments at halftime, which shows that we know what to do and we can win, but hopefully we can just clean it up from the get-go.
How quickly do those corrections happen? Because, a lot of people say you just have time to go in, use the bathroom, and pretty much turn around and come back out.
Yeah. So it depends. It depends what locker room you got to run to. But there's definitely time where you're sitting there, I'm like, and it's quick conversation. It may be on the way to the bathroom, but there's things where things are going through your head, your process of years of experience, coaches telling you something, and you're having those conversations, but there's a good 5 to 7 minute window where there's time to talk and, hey, this is what I'm going to do better. This is what I'm going to do in this half. Y'all do this, I'm going to do this, and let's be better together. And our guys have done a good job of making those corrections so far.
Derek, after watching the tape, what did you think of Tony Jones in the run game, and even too some of the times he was picking up the blitzes, keeping you clean?
My favorite part was the blitzes. That's. You hear it all the time. We see these really good running backs in college that have all this production, and they don't play in the NFL. And you're like, man, what happened? It was probably blitz pickup oriented, And Tony is unbelievable. He was on it, even in the game. I'm miking, we're making mic points. I'm like, hey, he's the mic, and he's like, I'm good. Like, he's on it, And as a quarterback, it makes you feel good when your running back is excited about those plays, not when he just gets to score touchdowns. And so I thought it was, as many great runs as he had, downhill, hard-nosed runs as he had, I thought he did an even better job in pass protection. The stuff that, Coach Gruden would always say to our running backs and Josh Jacobs, he said, be even better without the football. Be even better. That's a challenge for all running backs. And Tony takes that challenge serious.
If you, maybe I'm wrong, I apologize if I am.
No,
I think
you're
you only
good.
played once in Lambeau Field, right?
One time in the regular season, yeah.
Right, just kind of the history, just as somebody who's been in this league a long time and may appreciate the history of just being in a venue like that.
Oh, it's unbelievable, and I got to go and play there against a good friend, Aaron Rodgers, and he's one of the best to ever do it. And so to walk in that building, see him run out of the tunnel, all the history, the Super Bowl wins, the Hall of Famers, you look up around the stadium, you see the names, and just the atmosphere that they've created there is really unbelievable, so historic. I was just talking to Zach about, just the history of that place. It's a really cool place to go. My kids are even excited because I've been talking to them about how cool the stadium is and how awesome the traditions are and that stuff. So they're all excited about it. So it's something that's, especially with the way the organization's set up, it's generational. There's families that have been generations of Packer fans and same seats and live, you literally drive through the neighborhood before you pop up and there's the stadium. And it's a really cool place to play, and I'm excited to go out there and compete.
Jack, you talked after the game about maybe rushing some things. Did that kind of show on tape? And when you are rushing a little bit, how does that manifest? Like, what are some of the issues that crop up if you're trying to go a little too fast?
Well, there's different reasons why, but at the end of the day, I still just got to do my job, right? And for me, I talked to RC. I was like, I just got to slow it down. He's like, yeah, let's slow it down. Let's get back. Let's just go through our stuff. We'll speed this up. We'll do this. Let's get all on the same page and move it our rhythm and pace. And so, without getting too much into it, there's things that go into that. But I was able to just slow it down. I am an emotional guy, so I get excited. I'm like, oh, that's the, and it's like, golly, chill out. If you want to win a Monday night football game, you still have to do the things right. And so that was a good reminder for me, even at 32 years old. Hey, just take a breath, slow it down, get back to playing quarterback the way you know how.
When you're looking at the red zone conversions, trying to get touchdowns, and haven't been able to do that, what has been kind of the underlying problem or problems of why you're selling for field goals instead of being able to convert some of those touchdowns?
The more recent ones I can remember right now in the first half of this last game, we had one where I was expecting something a little quicker than he was even expecting. We got back on the same page on that, so we got better on the play, but it didn't help us for the points in the moment, right? There was another one in the back of the end zone. It's a tough catch for Chris. He gets hit. That's one where he's like, I should have had him. Like, but you got blasted. It's part of doing business down there. The windows are tight and all those things, and so there's no lack of confidence. We were able in the second half to get some good plays. Even Chris we had a great little screen play. He scored, stepped out of bounds. But we would have felt a lot better if that one goes in. We're like, oh, we threw one in, But we ended up keeping the drive going, hit another completion, get a run. We run it in. So however we have to do it, I feel like we've made good corrections. I feel like we're getting better. Now it's just about executing. I can't wait till we hit, one day, like 4 for 4 in there, and we're all high-fiving out here. Like, there it is, Like, I sure hope so, because, as a quarterback, like the worst thing is like the same question. You're like, golly, we're like this close on just being so happy about it. You know what I mean?
If you do go for 4, we got to do the high
I'm going to give you a high five.
All right.
Yeah, I better see you.
We'll be here.
All right,
we'll
perfect.
Be
all right.
I can ask a question. People see the late game, the passes to Shaheed and then even Olave, and people say, well, why can't you do that in the beginning of the game? Is it? And I understand it's not just why can't you do it.
Of course.
But still, is there? If it worked at the end, is it something you maybe talk about? Maybe we should do it sooner, or is that just not how it works?
What's so funny is we hit Mike on a go ball. We hit Chris on a go ball. And the same question, how come we can't have Rashid on? It's like, bro, we just threw 2, like they're not going to give you 30 of them. You got to, there's a lot that goes into it and a lot that's set up. We threw a couple quick games, just trying to feed that a little bit, feed it in the third quarter, feed it in a little bit early in the fourth, boom, boom, boom. Trying to just keep telling them, hey, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's like perfect timing. There's a flow when you're a play caller that you just can't just rush something, right? And I thought he caught it at the perfect time, another blitz, right? Pick up. Great job by the offensive line, and it allowed us to hit that shot. So, yeah, Hail Marys. We saw the Broncos throw a Hail Mary. We should just do that every time, Like, it just doesn't work that way.
What stands out about Green Bay's defense?
Green Bay, they so much talent. They fly around. Jair is one of the best players in the NFL. He's unbelievable. He was with me in Vegas for a little bit. I know the type of player and the competitor that he is. He's awesome. They got safeties that can fly. They fly around, make plays. They want to come downhill and hit you. The linebackers inside, very smart players, physical players, can run also sideline to sideline. They do a good job inside. You got some young players mixed with an amazing veteran. Another one of our best players is 97. Kenny Clark is an unbelievable player. He can cause havoc in the run game. He can shed and get off blocks and win in the pass game, create big plays. And on the edge, they got 2 rushers that can get after it. And, they present a lot of problems that way. And so they got a young kid that they drafted there too. Whether he's in or not, don't know. But, they've assembled a lot of talent. And Green Bay's been really good at doing that over the years. Just assembling talent and putting it all together with a great scheme. They can go in and create a lot of havoc for you as a quarterback and as a run game offensive line. With the movement and all this kind of the blitz, the single high, the shell, they do a lot of good stuff. And so they, in a nutshell, in about 30 seconds, I couldn't tell you more about what we talked about for the last 6 hours. But there's a lot that they can do to create problems and mismatches, and it's going to take our best effort to score points against them.
Derek, if Kendra Miller is up this week, what is it about about his game? Obviously, we saw him flash in some of the preseason games, specifically the one in LA. What is it about his game that you're looking forward to working with if he is up this week?
Yeah, I just want to see that violence that I know that he has, that he runs with. I just can't wait to see him put that on full display. And when you're a rookie running back, people are coming to find you, so hopefully he tries to go find them, and keeps that mindset, right? Keep that confidence. And so, hopefully if he's out there and he gets to play, that's what I'd be looking forward to see, what he does on a game day, not just a preseason game, but a real regular season game. It'd be really interesting to watch him go.
Like in a game like that where Taysom really has it going and he's getting a lot of quarterback snaps, is that an adjustment? It seems like something that probably haven't done a lot throughout your career is come out during a series, come back on.
Yeah. Well, I knew coming here that was a part of it, and we talked about that from the get-go. I was like, that has been a complete advantage here when Drew was here. That was such an advantage to have an extra hat in the run game with your quarterback running the ball the way that he can. He's a powerful, speedy runner, and I knew that coming in, and so that wasn't like, I guess my mindset was already made up, back then, that I knew that was part of it, and I'm great with it because it helps the team win. He's unbelievable. I think we all know that. And especially when Jamal goes down, that part of the game obviously elevates because during the game we have one running back left, so he has to play. He's our second, runner at that point. And so that part of it, it happened to, take off more for certain reasons. And he's a guy that can go in there. He's started games at quarterback. He's played running back. He's played receiver. He's played the slot. He's played tight end. He's played F tight end. He's played the wing. He plays fullback. He plays special. It's really unbelievable what he's able to do. So coming in, I knew what he was capable of, and like I said, I've always said, man, I came here to win, and if that's helping us win, keep doing it.
I think in the past, Taysom has told us that he was not allowed to throw the ball to Drew under any circumstances. Does that rule apply to you too?
No, I keep talking to him. You saw me down there on the goal line, huh? That was totally not planned. I don't think the run was supposed to come to me, but I was like, I'm telling him, like, I'm ready at all times. We used to have one with the Raiders, like in practice, where Marcus would throw it to me in practice and group. They'd be like, don't you throw it to him, But I'm always in Taysom's ear. I'm like, bro, I promise you, you give me the opportunity, I'm going to catch the ball. And so I don't think he's being told behind the scenes to throw it to me, but we'll see.
With the deep ball, Sheed and Chris are at the beginning of their second seasons, which makes them wonder, in terms of their acumen for running those plays, how much of that is learned and how much of that is just, innate ability?
Yeah, both. There's some guys like to throw those type of passes different ways, right? You see a lot of guys throwing back shoulder, depending on the receiver. A lot of guys throwing jump balls. I want to hit you in stride, let you go run. And we've seen those guys be able to do all that, right, in training camp in the off season. But for me, like I always tell those guys, just run fast, just go win, and then we'll make the decision after that, And there's so many details about landmarks and things like that you're trying to win on, but those guys, when that ball's in the air, I think, what mom and dad gave them, what God gave them at birth kicks in and they make those plays.
If I could ask you, it's the other side of the ball, but Marcus May's suspension, you've dealt with players, it's part of the league sometimes. Mm-hmm. Is it just kind of like next man up mentality, rally around the person that's in that spot kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. You always feel for your brother, you always feel for, your friend, your teammate, because you spend so much time together, your family, so you hurt for them, and, it's hard. But at the same time, as Marcus knows, just like anyone who's ever been hurt, I know, like the Saints go on, right? The team goes on. The NFL games are still coming, and your schedule is not going to stop just because of adversity. And so it's a part of life. We talked about in training camp, adversity is going to hit at some point, and that's a little bit of adversity for us, but, what are we going to do about it? And so I always felt like when you talk about those things and you're out in front of them, you're better prepared to handle them when they come. And so we're going to rally around him, and we're going to rally around whoever's in there for him.
All right. Thanks, Derek.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Yep.